guys, Steve Wolbach, your friendly public adjuster. I just did a little video on in the definition section. We were talking about a motor vehicle. I wanted to share another one with you just to give you the idea of what type of language that's in your policy. This one is known as occurrence. What is the definition of an occurrence? We have an understanding of an occurrence that we use on a somewhat regular basis. I'm sure in the right circumstance we would use that term, but we've all heard of occurrence, right? All right, so this is the definition according to this insurance company. And as I said before, we don't name names. I'm just putting the information out there that this is in this specific policy. And if it's in this policy, chances are it's going to be in some other insurance company's policy too. It's not like this would be the only one. I would be very surprised about that. Occurrence means an accident, including continuous or repeated exposure to substantially the same general harmful conditions, which results during the policy period in either bodily injury or property damage. Okay? Now, then they go on to define what is property damage. So property damage means physical injury to, destruction of, or loss of use of tangible property. Okay, so that is the definition of property damage. So what's all this mean? This is a situation that when you have damage to your pipes, or you have damage where there's been water leaks under the sink and different things, this a lot of time falls into play where they talk about, they say that this peril, which would be known as an accidental discharge of water, has happened for this occurrence. Now, some insurance companies will come along and say, oh, well, this thing happened. This has been going on for a long time. This takes forever. Well, see, here's where it starts to come into interpretation of the definition. And we're not going to get into any legal issue here. But the point is that what we're reading here is that we've talked about including continuous or repeated exposure. Okay? Well, what's that mean? That means that something didn't happen just once and damage happened, and therefore we know that's covered. But we also know, because this just says it, that it is also covered if it has been continuous or has been or repeated exposure. So again, I'm not here to get into these finite issues of an argument over whether something should be paid or not. We're just talking about, a lot of times we hear the term that's used that, well, this has been an ongoing thing. This is routine maintenance. This shouldn't have been this way, and therefore it's not covered. Well, I'm getting a different definition by reading that. So, guys, it's very important to know what your policy says. That's why there are experts that handle that. Those are public adjusters, and I happen to know one. He's a really friendly guy that could possibly help you in a time when you've undergone a situation, or just sustained some type of loss to your home, to your property. Enlist the services of somebody like a public adjuster, perhaps me, Steve Wolbach, your friendly public adjuster, and I would be able to help you to make sure that we get this claim properly represented, properly presented to the insurance adjuster to make sure that he would pay on everything that should be getting paid through the limits of your policy. We can only do what we can with what the policy allows. That's the issue. That's why we talk about what do you have initially compared to what you could have. If you got something that is not allowing for a lot of different issues to take place, you're in trouble. And then it makes my job a lot harder trying to go and get you indemnified, which is getting you paid during a settlement process that would be satisfactory to you, allowing you to pay for all the damage that has been taken care of. Please help us to help you. Let's get a policy review. Thank you very much for listening. If you liked what you heard, would you give me one of these? If please share this with others. Give others the ability to listen in on some of this information. And would you please subscribe to my page? I really appreciate you doing that. It allows me to get into so many other homes. Thank you very much, and God bless you.